Leafs Talk, JD Bunkis, Sam McKee. Welcome back.
Hey, man.
This is what you get to come back to. It's
great.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had been there tonight, I would have stayed in the share club, brother. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Wouldn't have been coming out for the third.
Yeah. Everybody got to the pub crawls on time tonight.
Yeah.
Like the Christmas parties, you were out of there, lickety split. That's not one that you're going to blame people. Can I just say something right off the top here before we get into stuff with the game? Okay. So I mentioned this on my show the other day, how or maybe it was with Jackie. I can't remember, but somebody was asking me about how hey, are you back in? What's going on with the feeling? And I said, no, they got to play a lot of hockey.
That was us.
Positive hockey.
When we did that on Monday after they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, we both said that we're not ready to be back.
Okay, so yeah, but this is what is the worst part about the way that they played for the first 2 months of the season. Is that whenever they lay an egg now, like yesterday they lost and it was just it was a crappy loss. You were there. Good.
Yeah, it was a bad loss.
Closed the game. Yeah, bad loss. But overall, I thought they played okay. And it was just sort of
pretty well.
Yeah. And I gave them kind of the benefit of the doubt. But then you have one game like this tonight, and it just brings up all the demons from the very beginning of the season. Like you tried to park it for a couple of weeks. You're trying to feel kind of good about things. Hey, it wasn't so bad. Hey, maybe we were a little Chicken Little. And then they do one like this tonight, and you go, right. And you got to sit in it.
We're actually back now.
Yeah.
Back to November. We are all the way back. I don't know. I love this game. This is the biggest game of the year for me against the Oilers. The two they play for them always is. I know the Habs has the historic stuff, but the Bruins is always a big one, all the different ones. But for me, this is always the biggest game. I look forward to it the most, especially McDavid in Toronto, where the Leafs have had a lot of success against them. And normally in years past, the Leafs have really risen to the occasion and they've owned this and they've really been good. And, Matthews has been good and he scored a lot against them, but it just felt like a totally different event tonight than it has in years past.
Okay. Can I stop you on that point? Because this is actually what I wanted to ask you is I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
The Oilers in town on a Saturday night.
It's the best.
It's one of those when you're looking at the schedule and it's the week of this is how it was for me this week. I think on Tuesday, I noticed that it was Oilers.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Oilers Saturday, nice. Because listen, man, we work every Saturday night for the most part, and it can be a bit of a grind. And so sometimes the Saturday shows can be a little harder to do.
Next weekend is Nashville.
Yeah,
Saturday
I'm
night.
off. I'm off. So yeah, I'm gone. Magic Johnson.
It's a beautiful Nashville Dallas back-to-back to take us into Christmas. Wonderful.
Yeah, lovely.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
So I got excited to see the game on the schedule, just like you did. But watching it tonight, my question coming out of this is it going to have the same juice given the gap between the two guys we used to bill this about has never been greater?
I think that's a great question. And I think it's not going to be the same anymore. I just
agree.
Think that it's just one of the things I wrote down tonight is 34 versus 97 used to be a legitimate combo. That was a conversation that obviously Leaf fans would argue that he was, as good as McDavid. And that was a stupid thing that I had made an argument for multiple times. But there was a time there where there was a chance that it was actually somewhat true, where he was in the conversation with McDavid.
I don't think it was stupid conversation.
No, it wasn't.
First of all, this is the thing that pissed me off about it at the time was hockey is one of the only sports when you question who the best guy is, people have a freak out. It's in basketball. That's what you do. Literally there's a cottage industry of Jordan versus LeBron that goes on Nick Wright show every day.
Yeah.
Right. Him and Bill Simmons did it literally this week.
That's it. That was actually a great pod, by the way.
It was a great pod. I listened to it because Nick Wright body bagged Pablo Torre, and it made me feel so good that I was on a Nick Wright binge where I was like, I'll take anything.
He was awesome on that pod, actually.
Yeah, he was. But my point is that I actually think that those conversations in a sport are just good for the game, overall health of sporting fan conversations. It's why I've bitched to you about baseball before, that the stats are so good that it kind of ruins it when a season like Cal Raleigh has, and they still give the MVP to the war guy in Aaron Judge.
I think, though, that the argument with McDavid from, Oiler fans and people who will be making the McDavid argument is that McDavid is so clearly the best guy in the league. And at the time, and, maybe one of the best guys ever, but you can make the argument this year that McKinnon is better than McDavid. Anyways, we don't need to go down the road.
The point is that there really was a window in time where Matthews was playing so unbelievably well, and the 5-on-5 goal scoring was so immense that you could discuss it. Matthews scored 69 goals in a season and won a Hart Trophy while Connor McDavid was healthy. So the idea that the two of them were in the same stratosphere, you're right. It was very much like McKinnon McDavid is now.
Yeah.
Where everybody acknowledges, McDavid's better. Like you'd rather have McDavid, but what's the gap, right? Like what's the gap in a do or die situation? And watching them tonight, like how many times my biggest Austin Matthews, I noticed him moment was a back check on McDavid.
Yeah. We just do this every night, and I do it every show. And it's just, it's really hard to just keep doing it, because
I thought he played great against the Sharks. Like I thought he elevated to play Macklin Celebrini and was like, "Oh, you're the new hotness. Like I'm still the guy." I know you never like him, but I'm saying
I'm telling you, I was there live. I was just watching him play. I said on the Kipper and Born on Friday that like the Paul McCartney conspiracy theory, it's the same with Matthews, that they replaced him with his brother Chris. Like I don't know what the hell happened to him, but like I don't know. It just I wish it's just killing them that they're paying this guy $13.5 million and he's giving them, like, I guess he's on pace for whatever many goals. I don't really care. It's like, it's not about that anymore. It's about him looking dangerous and looking dynamic. And the comparison between these two guys, it's not even close. And he used to show up for this game. When he was able to show up for this game, he always showed up for this game. He cared about this game. He's competitive with McDavid, sorry. And that's the scariest part, that like, this isn't one that he ever shrunk away from. This is one that he lived in, that he couldn't wait for, that like every time he would, take over the game at times and score more than McDavid in this matchup. And tonight it was just not noticeable.
So here's my second one. What do you think is the scarier play? The Knies bully rush that he does, right? Like it's becoming kind of a signature, I think, offensive piece of the Leafs game, right? Which is Knies and one other player, and sometimes two. Like sometimes it's 1-on-2 Matthew Knies, head full of steam, heading down the ice, puck's kind of bouncing around. He's not really stick handling it. He's just sort of like pushing it forward, and then he might make something happen. And he had a couple of those plays tonight, like those Knies bully rushes, or Matthews clean wrister from not a perfect angle and some distance.
But when does he get those anymore?
I know. Well, he actually looked one off again tonight.
He doesn't get to the spot to do it anymore.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, on that line, what do you think is now the signature offensive play?
Turnovers?
Yeah, okay, sure. But I'm just but like that's kind of Knies' thing, right?
Yeah,
that's Knies' best thing is in space, all of a sudden a D-man goes, "Oh my God, this guy's massive, and I got to turn my hips." And you're even with Matthew Knies, and you're hoping that the help can come across, and he might just embarrass you. And he scored some really nice goals that way. I feel like those are more dangerous than when Matthews has the puck on his stick in the offensive zone and a decent look at the net from distance. Like, I'm not saying Matthews in alone versus Knies. I'm not saying Matthews on the goal that he scored on the power play the other night, where it's like, a tap in. I'm saying like that used to be the signature, no question about it, best look that you could get. And I don't know how I feel about that anymore, because you're right. He doesn't get to the same spots.
No,
he doesn't rip the same shot. And just tonight, I was just bummed tonight about it. Like, I don't think I've been doing as much Doomsday Matthews stuff as you have. Like, I acknowledge I can see the thing that is happening. I have eyes, but overall I do the like, man, his game's evolving and he's doing a lot for this team. But you're right. Tonight, where it's just like, this is supposed to be McDavid Matthews. It was just impossible to ignore it tonight. Like, one guy was creating a million plays at the net and a bunch of goals, and the other guy, you were hoping for a good back check.
Yeah. It's just, it really sucks. It really sucks because, you took it, I guess maybe we didn't take it for granted when it was really good. Like, we enjoyed it. We talked about it. We loved it. I mean, the playoff stuff obviously measures against how good it, was, and, the feelings we had towards them because of the playoff exits and how ugly it was. But like, it feels like it's never going to be that good again. Is this too crazy? No, I'm not even going to do it. Let's just move on. I was just going to talk about Matthews and more, but I'll talk about it with the bar after. How's that?
So this is my other thing from tonight that I really bothered me, because tonight is a little bit more of a vent show. I was positive about the loss last night, and now I'll be a little pissed off. I thought they quit. and that pissed me off. Is
4-2 goal.
Yeah, 4-2 goal. I thought that they just sort of mailed it in, and you're like, okay, you're down 2 goals. The game's not over, and they left their goalie to just hang to dry. Which, by the way, I don't think Hildeby played poorly at all. I got no Hildeby feeling of negativity whatsoever. What I will say though is I'm interested to see how he bounces back from this one, like what he looks like in his next start and whether he is as sharp. He made a couple of great saves in this one. There was a power play where Hildeby made 3 unreal saves. One cross crease save with the pad. He made a blocker stop on Draisaitl, I think. And then he killed a play. It was a Bouchard bomb that he finished on.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like this was a Hildeby fall off game. I feel more that this was just like his team in front of him. Like they quit. They quit.
Yeah. I think that there you could see the body language pretty hard. And, that late goals always kill you. It's just, I mean, that's one of the oldest things ever in hockey is that you give up a goal in the last minute of any period, that it's a go-ahead goal. It just really, it hurts your team. And they were holding on for dear life there. And we can talk about what Robertson did at the end of the second period, which, I mean, this is just not a play you can make. Like a blind through the legs pass with McDavid and Draisaitl on the ice. You break out 2 of the best players on earth. McDavid goes, Globetrotters, great pass by Draisaitl, eyes in the back of his head, and he, nurse fires it home. The recipe to slow down McDavid, like there's obviously, you can, chip him and do all this stuff. And there's little ways that you can kind of try to contain him. You can't really shut him down. But the way to not is to turn the puck over with him having momentum in like dangerous parts of the ice. And they coughed the puck up to McDavid in the worst spots, like for all the goals. And I mean, we're not going to make too much of a comment. No comments or questions at this time about our beautiful boy Troy shooting it into his own net. But like that's, a play that happened in the game. The first one is just such a stupid play. Was Waugh that I think turned it over in the middle of the ice, and bang, McDavid's fast. Like people are blaming Riley and all these people on the ice for this. I mean, he's got momentum. He's the fastest guy in the history of the game. He took a bad route. Yeah, it happened too fast. Like he's just, you can't cough the puck up to him with momentum. And they did it 4 or 5 times tonight. He could have had 6 points in this game. He was unbelievable. And they gave him so much. Gifts the whole night. A bunch of gifts.
Totally agree. I have very little to add. I just think, the Robertson play was actually bad enough that he's back on scratch.
Oh yeah.
Like
the mind freak got us.
Yeah, we got tricked again. But what else is new? There's 2 stupid guys talking about hockey. Like, wow, they got tricked. Like those guys got tricked.
No way.
Dumbest guys in sports media. Legitimately the easiest people to trick ever. It's there's that Aussie guy that Shane Gillis has on his show all the time. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on you again. Obviously, easily tricked. Yeah, that's such a great joke that guy has. But he's an obvious scratch. Like, got an opportunity, didn't do anything with it for 2 games really, and has that turnover to close the period, and
you just put Joshua in his spot.
Yeah, and then it's just razor thin margins, man. So you can't have it, and just is what it is. But I thought same thing too, man. I can't believe OEL played. Good for him that he scored a goal tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Turned it over a bunch.
But the rest of it
tonight,
doesn't box out on the 4th goal of the game. And the 5th goal of the game is literally just him making same thing, like breaking out the other team. Here you go, get momentum, come downhill on me. Horrible gift. Like, good that you're tough. And I know the team's shorthanded. Maybe he wasn't fully healthy. I don't know. Like, seemed like he was moving kind of fine-ish, but he was horrific tonight.
Worst game of the season by far.
Yeah, he was dreadful.
He's been awesome this year. Yeah, and he hasn't had really any games like this, even in their bad stretches. So, I mean, it's not really hard to put 2 and 2 together with the guy who hobbled off the ice last game and it looked like he was done for the season, then plays 2 nights later. It's not really hard to put 2 and 2 together why he wasn't great. And I give him credit for playing, like you said. Like, I mean, Phil Myers probably would have been -3 too. So whatever, I guess it's a wash, and you get the goal from him, and it feels like he's going to have a big night. But it's not a pretty night. I mean, no one really had a pretty night. There's not one guy that you're going to say that thought they were really good.
I like Knies.
Cowan, Lorentz, and Lawton. they were pretty good tonight. I thought like they had the only one of the only goals of the game. They were pushing a little bit. They played in the offensive zone. Oh no, I guess they got the one at the end there a lot and scored it. Sorry, Laurent scored one at the end, make it 6-3.
Yeah, set play.
I thought that they looked pretty good, but Tavares on that breakaway was pretty eye-opening in terms of his foot speed. Like they ran him into the ground with that time with Matthews out. Willie just
but he's just never been fast, man.
No,
like,
but he just like, it looks worse than it has.
I think that's just like that's confirmation bias. Like when he looks slow, people are like, oh, they ran him into the ground. Like he looked great the other night. They played him 16 minutes the other night, and that's the one thing I was advocating for with this whole Nylander split thing was do it more because then you can actually run Nylander out there on certain nights as that second line, shelter Tavares a little more. Like again, played 16 with overtime against the Sharks. I like that. So yeah, just I think on a play where he's got time and space and you notice his foot speed a little bit more, it's just an easy line to draw. But throughout his entire career, he has never, ever, ever been a burner. And I would guess that the tracking data would show that it's probably pretty similar. The only other positive note I have from the game is also tied to a negative, which is the power play finally got going. And
it was the second unit.
No, I mean like in the Sharks game.
Oh, yeah.
They finally snapped it around and scored off a seam pass, which they don't really do ever. And finally they get a wide open shot at the net and the power play just looked like it was dangerous. It was clicking. All three of them had threatening moments. And I was, again, curious to see if you were going to build some momentum there, if they were going to look like a more confident group. And the crowd wasn't feeling it because when the puck was cleared, they just immediately started booing.
I love it.
Good. That's good. Yeah, of course.
They get it. They're sick of it.
Totally correct. Not blaming it whatsoever. But they look like trash. But the second unit comes in and is buzzing. And I got to tell you, okay, so I think the Leafs now have 11 power play goals on the season, and I think the second unit has 4 of those goals. I could be wrong, but I was looking it up. Yeah, I could be wrong. Could be 3. But how it's just like it doesn't even matter who's on the second unit. I know it's a lot of the same guys, but it just almost always looks better.
Yeah,
like I just can't believe that there isn't a case now to just say, hey, we're benching you guys for one of these power plays to start. Like, I know they couldn't do it tonight because they scored against the Sharks and it was like, okay, momentum building night. But the second power play unit, again, was everywhere. And OEL's just bombing it. And guys are doing they got the jitterbugs out there and Cowan and they got Domi's moving around great. And McMahon's in front of the net, tipping pucks. And I'm going, okay, like that's what a power play that builds momentum feels like. And all season long, when the second units have gotten opportunities, throw whatever bodies together on them. They usually look like they have more jump and more energy with the 40 seconds that they get at most than the first power play unit gets with their minute 20.
Yep. I totally agree. And it just would be nice to send a message maybe here.
I know. Like, what are you waiting for?
Bit of accountability where maybe a wake-up call where it's the first minute of the first couple the next game where the second unit goes out first. Like, that's allowed.
Only time they ever did it was after a shorty.
Yeah. And great. I mean, but there should be, they don't get, I mean, how many power play goals? You said 11. How many do the Oilers have? They probably have 100 already this year. Like, it's not even close. So I like the second unit a lot. And it just feels like it's just so much more fluid. And I don't know if that's personnel. I don't know if that's just, the lack of the yips or the lack of the pressure that they have on them. I'm not sure what it is, but they just look so much better. And I would love them to start a bit.
Like I said, I think they've turned a corner in some ways this last stretch of games, but tonight was a bad one
the other way.
But ultimately after tonight, you look at the standings, it's been 31 games. They've got 10 regulation wins. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. That's less than a third for those at home. Again,
good math.
We're dumb as hell, but we can do the simple math on the Maple Leafs. Like it just, So yeah, you can do all they're not that far back stuff and say like, yep, it's cool. But so I'm saying you can't have games like this and not expect overreactions when you've put together the beginning of your season that you have.
So Joshua misses tonight with the illness. Really was questionable to play with the illness. Was the illness the bubonic plague? Because, oh my God, he looked awful. Like he was worse than like not like bad Willie. Like he looked like he couldn't put one leg in front of the other. Like he was so sluggish and so like Allie was texting me from the game. She's like, is Willie hurt? Like what's wrong with him? Like it looked like he was so sick. So maybe could have given Michelli a burn tonight. He looked awful out there. I thought like just not himself. Like he can miss a game. I don't know.
Again, he produced in that Sharks game
for sure. And I thought he was the best player on the ice in that game. I thought he was unbelievable.
Same. But before that, he had been rough. And the only thing with the illness, it's not that I don't believe he's sick this time around, but they claimed he had an illness a week ago.
1346 time on ice, -3.
Yeah. No, I'm just, but you know
that stat line's making me feel a little ill, buddy.
Yeah. But so I'm now fully conspiratorial that one of two things is happening with William Nylander. I'm not okay. Maybe he's sick right now. Okay. I'm not saying that he's not sick tonight.
Yeah.
But if he's sick tonight, he wasn't sick 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago when he was at practice and they were like, oh, he's not feeling too good. And then he talked to the media after and he was like, oh, don't worry about me. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember all this. Yeah. I'm disagreeing. Okay. So then what do you think? What's your theory? Do you have one?
Well, either he's dealing with something and it's lingering and he's playing through it. That's the more likely of the scenarios. Or two is the doomsday, which is he's a little checked out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he might be sick of the coach hammering him constantly and having him be the one singled out that, like I'm sure
he had a chance when he got demoted to say something and he went with the complete opposite, which was, I like it. We had to change something. And then he gets a ton of ice and he plays great. And then he turns around 2 nights.
Maybe he's just lying.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. But it's gotten to the point now where there's enough of it where you're looking at it and going, I get it. I get it. Probably you are William Nylander, but
it's a good theory.
Well, just the second sickness in a week and a half or whatever it just sent the alarm bells ringing where I was like, wait, you already used that excuse.
They gotta get a new chef. Get some better fish for the sushi. What's going on here?
Yeah.
A little mercury poisoning. What's going on there?
I'm saying it's impossible to get sick twice in 2 weeks, but improbable. Yeah. Like I was feeling sick last week and I was pretty pumped up about it because I feel like I got my sickness out of the way for the holidays. Like I was
dead I don't know when that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was literally dead. I'm like, yes.
But that exactly. Yes. It's honestly, I was actually thinking about how we should start. Remember when you were a little kid and you had to do like the chickenpox thing?
Yeah.
And your parents.
I actually don't want to admit this, but I got chickenpox late.
Like, oh my God. That's a freak show move. That's a freak thing.
Yeah.
Dude, you died from that?
Dude, I was so fricked up. So I almost swore. I don't know why I almost swore, but
this explains so much more about you.
Dude, like early 20s, I got it.
You know that for the rest of your life in our friendship. Whenever you do something stupid in front of other people, I'm going to be like, he had chickenpox as an adult.
He almost swore on a podcast.
Hey, it's not his fault. He had chickenpox as an adult. Luke, but I'm just saying, like, should be doing that. What?
Kyrou missed a couple games in 2022 with a sickness, too.
Okay, yeah, Luke.
Well, he could have been sick, too.
Yeah.
Mr. Conspiracy, Luke.
Yeah, Luke loves this conspiracy.
The dog is over it.
Luke is on Reddit. The dog spends time on Reddit. There's just no doubt about it. Anyway, I got nothing else from this game.
I just got two more quick things. Yeah. Just Jari. Boy, he loves to kick the puck into the slot. Holy crap. Like the Leafs were no good, but the goals they did get were just a muffin rebound from Lawton on the backhand to counter tap it in. And then all of Ekman Larsson's goal off the point shot because there was 2 rebounds that got kicked straight into the slot. Like, I don't know what his rebound numbers or how you track rebounds are, but God, like, I mean, they won, so he probably feels great. He got the Hockey Night in Canada towel tonight, but like, looked a lot like Tristan Jarry in there to me.
Listen, man, the
it's
first
a lot
goal,
of pressure, man.
The first goal to let that backhand that's coming out at like 10 miles per hour from Lawton. For that to get
straight into the slot.
If you're an Oilers fan, you saw that goal, you must have fully melted down.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, again, you do the Frank the Tank soother move. Like, Yeah, you got to bite down on something watching that one.
Yeah,
like that's crazy bad, man. Like
that's set up. Hey, maybe new pads. He got brand new pads, so maybe
setup.
they're jumping off his pads a little bit harder than usual tonight. But I thought he was kicking the rebounds into the sweet spot.
Oh, my other thing I gotta say, I gotta promo it is I got Troy Stetcher on my pod this week, so I'm probably gonna run it Tuesday. Yes, almost forgot. I got Dylan Cease Monday, and I got Troy Stetcher coming on. I'm gonna tape it to Monday, I think, and run it Tuesday. Yeah, wow. Chat saying this. Yeah, real pumped to talk to Troy.
That's buddy. So, are you gonna present Troy's boys to him or no?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think you can.
It's a little tough to be
dude. I went to the Leafs game on Thursday.
Yeah.
100 people were saying Troy's boys.
Everybody's
like, Troy's boys. Yeah, Troy's boys is like the number one thing. Everybody said Troy's boys to me.
Yeah,
guys, I'm getting a T-shirt made with Troy's boys on it.
Buddy, I said if we could have made our own T-shirts, like annoying. So yeah, Berube said, quote, after coming out, or this is not the quote. On coming out slow to start the third period, quote, I talked to the team after the game. Our leaders got to take control of it a little more than they are right now.
A lot more than they are right now.
Yeah. So
good.
Well, it's weird because, our leader is plural. So he's calling out all the top dogs.
Yeah.
Because the first time I read it, I thought it was a direct Matthew shot.
No, it's all the top dogs.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah, he clearly benched Nylander in this game.
Mm-hmm. He deserved it.
But it's just, so maybe it was sickness, but they and whatever. He sat him.
Yeah. Last thing for me, you texted me it 2 minutes after I tweeted it, but looking forward to cheering for 97, brother.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to it, man. God, when he burst through the neutral zone, I honestly, by myself on my couch, went, whoa! Like, he's playing a different sport out there. That first stride is unbelievable. Like, look, from stop to start, and then he's just gone. He makes guys who've been elite in hockey their whole life look like beer leaguers. It's insane. So I'm looking forward to rooting for him.
Yeah. I texted you that thought, and my second thought was devastated that it's on even an inch smaller ice when you have that guy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Wow.
Like
the scaffold, he's gonna have to go around the scaffolding on the ice too. So I don't know it's gonna be.
And that's the third thing is that you sent me the video that who was it?
Drag tweeted it.
Dragger tweeted it. Yeah. Of what that rink looks like. Buddy, if you would have sent me that's what the rink looked like a year before the Olympics, I would have been like, boy, they gotta get going.
When did they get this awarded? It had to be 10 years ago, right?
Yeah. No, you get it a long, long time ago. No, these guys.
Christian's right, though. I noticed that, too. The best part of the bit is there's no workers in the video. It's just empty.
Yeah, obviously.
We have somebody in there.
Buddy, they're having a cig.
quick spro, 100%.
Yeah, I told you, the image I can't get out of my head is Sopranos, where they got the fake jobs.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's the only thing you can think of. Like, these guys are doing devastating work to Italian construction stereotypes globally. Like, there are hardworking Italian Americans and Canadians that like hate that stereotype, like uncles that are just like, don't say that about us. We work hard. And then this thing's happening and they're like, damn it. Why are these boys doing this to us?
June 14, 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's at
a
least
week. So like 2 weeks. So like 2 weeks after the Raptors won the title.
Yeah,
and it's 75 days before the rink is supposed to start.
I gotta say though, as a procrastinator myself, who needs to have this job because it's like urgency every day.
Yeah, I live on a little urgency too. Buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's like, when you give me time and space,
doesn't get
I'm
done.
chilling out.
Yeah. Doesn't get done.
I would be with the crew.
Another dart, boys.
We'll get them tomorrow. 100%. Beers, boys. Yeah, beers. Yeah, we gotta hit the beers. Yeah,
time for another Peroni, boys.
Peroni, gotta hit it around the block. All right. Subscribe to this podcast. Leave 5 stars. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at JD Bunkis, at Sam McKee. And we'll see Tuesday
against Bedard, the Bedardless Hawks.
Oh,
so
yeah, dude.
Must win.
That would stink. That would stink if he's gone, because he's now. Oh yeah, must win. Like no Bedard Hawks, got to have it. All right, we'll see you then.